there, it's Jessie Cat from Jessie Cat's Medi-Spa, and I'm here with the lovely Susan O'Connor. Give us a meow.
Meow.
So, Sue Cat came to me in October 2018, and what first brought you through my doors?
I was actually researching on the internet, and you had your recipe for hyaluronic acid, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, and that looked really interesting, and just are you creating that? And I was like, wow, there's someone who really knows what they're talking about. So that's actually what attracted me to you.
Did you go off to the chemist and get it made?
No. Came and saw you, and was very impressed, and we did our first package together, and that was amazing.
We did a package of 4-stage facelifting treatments, so a foundation series of treatments, and they had, I think, 2 weeks apart, and they were made up mainly of multipolar RF, and I think we did a bit of Venus Viva too. Yeah. So you really got the pink effect, didn't you?
Yes, yeah. And that was the old school ones, which were a bit more ouchy than the new school treatments.
Yeah, then the RF microneedling that actually goes deeper, gets us a bit more of more than a superficial.
Yes. If you're one of Jess's newer clients, you're very spoiled, because the older treatments definitely were a bit more ouchy,
and more visual healing.
Yeah, we definitely went through a bit more pain.
So what did you notice from your first course of treatments?
Immediate visual results, like the skin a lot plumper. So probably that was the main thing.
A thickening,
plump skin.
Did you notice a little bit of a lift?
And lifting,
And pigmentation overall.
And and I do have I do have an issue with pigmentation. So,
a little bit of hormonal.
So that was obviously and I think from exposure to sun as well, I get. I'm very fair. So obviously I get pigmentation. So that was much reduced. But I think mainly my results were the plumping of the skin, and the thickening of the skin. And I didn't really have. It wasn't like I came to you and I was like, I had, really bad concerns, but I was just like, I really want to invest in my skin, because I've always kind of had good skin. Like it's been one thing that people have said, oh, you've got nice skin. But I just wanted to make sure that going into the future, I could maintain and have good skin.
And that's clever. So you really want to start repairing and rebuilding the skin before fine lines and wrinkles get really dramatic, don't you?
Yeah. And I was doing like a course of microdermabrasion with other Medi-Spas and that. And then when I came to see Jessie Cat, she was like, that's a load of BS.
Superficial.
Very superficial. I thought I was getting good results because the skin was looking good.
Polished and clear.
Polished, and things like using vitamin C, I was finding quite good.
So you get a little bit of a glow.
Yeah, so I was getting a little bit of a glow with the things I was doing.
And you had good skin anyway.
Yes, and I thought that was quite good, what I was doing. And of course, Jess thought that was a bit of BS. And
we handed Sue a dermabrasion device herself and provided full training and said, if you ever pay for this anywhere else, we're going to give you a little bit of a tap, a paw tap.
And then, of course, you're finding, what you were spending even on doing those things, which aren't really doing anything.
Very superficial.
You can really invest that money with Jessie Cat in doing things that are actually
repairing and rebuilding
the skin long term. So, yes, she definitely has hooked me in long term, and it's definitely something that I set aside to spend money on, and I'm quite happy
because you're actually taking care of the foundations.
And I think Jessie Cat posted one of her marketing things, and I commented, and it's like, you wear your skin every day, so it's a good thing to invest in.
That's right.
So why wouldn't you?
Yeah, save money on the clothes, guys, but invest in the skin.
Spend money on your skin.
That's
definitely,
right. And one vitamin C serum, how much can you spend on a vitamin?
Easily. If you get a good one, you should be mixing it up, because it should be activated. So most of the ones you buy are not even worth
they're not going to work,
but
because it's very temperamental vitamin C.
So you should be mixing them up. So I think I was paying a few $100s for a good one. So, and of course, we get all that for nothing now. So,
yes, we do. Even Wakey eye cream.
Yes.
We provide it all.
Yeah.
And we get our glow now from your red LED light therapy done at home.
Yeah.
So you've got a soft face silicone mask, face, neck and chest. You use it on your hands as well. So some gentle nagging will help with that.
Yeah.
Because we don't want the game to be given away with our hands, do we?
Yeah. I think Jessica sneaks in a little bit when I'm on the bed. A little bit of the ouchy stuff on my hands.
RF microneedling and fractional RF on the hands so that the face, neck and hands all match.
Yeah,
that's what
and
we
have
want.
to remember to put our sunscreen on our hands when we're driving as well. So I try and do that in the
driving
morning.
Gloves are even better if we've got you using those yet.
No, I don't do driving.
Your microcurrent device, how often are you using that?
Is that which one's
Balls on your face?
Not as often as I should do, but it should be every day. I'll tell you what it should be.
Yep. And then there's what we actually do.
Yeah.
And do you remember what microcurrent therapy does?
It's that ATP stuff, which is basically the stimulating the anti-aging good stuff.
The energy of life.
Telling our cells to do all the good stuff.
That's right. So it's the very fuel and the very energy currency for us, every cell in our body. But if we're talking about skin, a microcurrent device will work to raise ATP levels within the skin, adenosine triphosphate, referred to biologists as the energy of life, because it's literally the energy currency within every cell of your body. And of course your cells draw upon that energy to do whatever they want to do or whatever they need to do. So if you think about the cells of the dermis, your collagen, elastin and blood vessel making machine, you need lots of ATP, lots of energy, so they can get busy making collagen and elastin and sending it up into the outer layers of the skin, being the epidermis. So that's what we're doing. That's it. And you can't get that in a jar, can you?
No,
or a
definitely
serum.
not. No, definitely not.
So Sue disappeared on us just for a very brief amount of time after her initial package, and when she came back a year later, we were really surprised how well your results held.
So I started with you in 18. My mum was diagnosed with ovarian cancer in 2019, and I just found that very overwhelming personally. And you needed to
be
very close to my mum, So, my mum made a full recovery.
Yeah.
Must say that.
Mum's good.
Mum's 100%. But so I took a break. But what I found that was really interesting with my skin was, I was expecting, having taken the break, that, you'd go backwards as you would normally expect. But my skin just kind of kept renewing itself and becoming better and better. And I was like, wow, what is going on here? This is really, I just found it really unusual. So this phenomenal effect where it actually got better and better over the time, where I wasn't seeing Jessie yet. So, so after, my mum kind of stabilised and everything, I called Jessica up and I was like, hey, I need to come back. Can you fit me back in?
And we could. We got you as soon as we could.
So I did come back.
So what was happening there was, because we don't want the skin just to look better, I insist on doing the job properly. So even if you're in your early 40s or, late 30s and you come to me and you want to create that solid base of result from which we can build on in the most cost-effective manner with our next step packages and seeing clients every month or every couple of months ongoing, what we want to do is target the dermis, that collagen, elastin and blood vessel making machine. So even if you've only got a little bit of fine lines and wrinkles, maybe not even really seeing a fall, you are starting to see the signs of aging, because your collagen, elastin and blood vessel making machine, being your dermis, the deepest layer of the skin, it's starting to thin. It's starting not to send as much collagen and elastin up into the epidermis. Otherwise, we wouldn't be seeing any fine lines, wrinkles, enlarged pores. So we've still got to do that job of causing those controlled cellular traumas, and we really lean on non-ablative radio frequency, and then we layer in things like the venous fever, the fractional RF, or the RF microneedling, to really get that job done over a series of 6 to 8 fortnightly or weekly treatments. So you've got to still create that base. And what Sue was seeing was her results getting better and better, because she'd finished her course of treatments and now her skin was continuing to be affected by the job we did. So she saw the results coming in. Where other clients, you know, we're building on them straight away. So we're always building ahead. And this is why if clients leave my service for a year or so, it takes a year or so to miss me. Yeah. Although my girls do get a little bit spoiled, and we are girls that suffer from girl brain, and we do start to kind of miss Jess on our third week, don't we? We come in and go, my face is falling apart. I look tired. No.
Yeah.
So. And your facial, what's really interesting with you, Sue, is you have changed so much in the years that I've known you, because we had a little bit of weight loss in there as well.
Yeah. So unintentionally, I must say, I don't want anyone to think that I worked out hard or done anything.
But that's nice.
I had a gallbladder issue and had my gallbladder taken out, and I think I lost probably 10 kilos through that. And I think prior to that, my whole system was not operating, was very sluggish and wasn't operating as well as what it could be. So, yes, very unintentionally, I lost 10 kilos. And it did totally change
the shape of
my face
and neck.
We didn't realise until afterwards looking at the photos. So I had a lot of a kind of neck.
You were more full.
Yes, I had a very full neck.
Yeah.
And it looks like I've actually had a whole neck
and
lift,
facelift.
Yes,
it does.
So that's quite funny as well. And the problem that it left Jess...
we're playing a bit of catch-up on the neck.
I've got a looser neck, having had this, you know, the kind of like quite a substantial weight loss in a short period of time.
But you would expect far more effect, wouldn't you?
Yes, yeah.
Like if you've ever seen anybody lose a dramatic amount of weight, you know, after a particular age, quite often they can look very like hound dog.
Gaunt.
Yeah, gaunt.
So I don't feel like I've got any, you know, any sort
increased
of
fall,
fat loss in my
gels.
face at all. I'm still quite plump and full. There's just a little bit of
catching up
in
toning and repairing
through my neck area, which is what we tend to have areas that we're targeting.
We do a bit more work on.
Yeah. So I mean, I think we're all like that. We look at our own faces and we tend to hate something, and probably nobody else notices it, but we're like, you know, laser focused on.
What is this?
Yeah.
What is this?
We're laser focused on that area. So I'll do that to Jessica. I'll go, what's going on? She'll go, what? I'm like, there's this. So yes.
And the more perfect the face too, the more things can stand out, right? Yeah. And the more we're looking, because we're doing these kinds of treatments, we're looking at our faces more. Yeah. So then we pick on more things.
Exactly. So so we've been working on that. I have been back since I came back. I haven't missed a step.
Yeah, and you actually took on microcurrent muscle.
And so that, I think that's made a big difference as well. I don't think that you can, can achieve the same results, because that's really building the muscles underneath. I mean, I think you get to a certain age and you need to add in the muscle work as well, because
and the analogy of thinking of our skin as the material on a couch, and of course the stuffing in the couch is really what causes everything to.
I mean, I think with my skin, I'm very fortunate in that it does respond really fast to the treatments. But again, you get to a certain age and it's like a barrow, you're pushing it uphill, and it just becomes harder and harder. So
to fortify the foundation.
So anything that you can kind of, play with, and I think the muscle work, and there's lots, if you ask Jessica, there's lots and lots of celebrities who are using the muscle work.
Microcurrent muscle work, including Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, to get those results, because, we kind of need anything we can add in.
To keep up the scaffolding.
Basically. Yeah. Without doing, and that's if you don't want to do, you don't want to fill your face full of fillers.
Yeah.
And the Botox, basically, and you want to try and do it naturally.
That's right, but some of our clients do use a little bit of injectables, such as a little bit of Botox around the eyes or the forehead, particularly if they have like a wedding.
Exactly.
Their son's wedding.
And you can do a little bit of filler, and it can look
just
good.
to enhance.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I can't put back what's not there to begin with.
Exactly. So it can be used judiciously, and it can look
and there's some real artists out there, but you wouldn't want to lean on that to create a youthful look.
It's not like actually doing anything to improve the skin on its own. So we need to actually work on the skin. Yep. Same with all the, all these expensive creams and everything. I mean, in themselves, they're topical and they lie on top of the skin.
Yes.
They cannot penetrate below certain levels, because if they could, they would actually have to be medical grade, and you'd have to go and get a prescription for them.
You would, but in saying that, you've got your glycerin that has a low Dalton weight, and that can get down to the dermis. Yep. You've got things like vitamin A are limited as far as how deep, but they're more about improving cellular turnover. But it's interesting, the thicker and juicier your skin, the less we have to worry about lack of cellular turnover and looking dull, because it doesn't.
Without doing the actual,
repairing and rebuilding work,
it's no point even spending any money on these creams. And
really,
of course, we get it all for nothing anyway. So.
That's right. I kill them with kindness so that my beauty cats will do as I say.
Yeah. Another interesting thing, we're getting a bit off topic, and that other place which we won't mention, whose name starts with M.
Yes.
But the amount for one of their top tier
memberships
that you, well, it's not even a membership, but the amount that you spend per year, and then you get all these freebies. I mean, you can spend that money.
That's right, on our gold membership.
And actually rebuild the skin.
Yeah.
So no comparison there, really.
That's right. Why would we use Goop?
Exactly.
Fancy Goop.
Yeah.
Yes. Taught her so well.
Yeah. I learned a lot.
Such a good beauty cat.
Sponge.
You are.
Yeah.
Now, you took on microcurrent muscle work when you were really doing a lot of public speaking, and you were taking your business further.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the reasoning for that?
Well, just to look
your very best.
I mean, I've got my own brand, so I've got my own business, got an accounting practice, specialising in self-managed super funds. So I do have my own brand.
And what's the name of your business?
Susan O'Connor Accounting. So we specialise in self-managed super funds. So I do. I've had my own brand from the beginning. Our whole thing is pink. Everything is pink.
No way.
Would you guess that? So it is very important. The way that you present yourself, the way that you look. Obviously, it is unfortunate in our society, but we do live in an ageist society, especially with women, especially with women in business, especially since I work in a business that is still very male dominated, which is why we've done the pink from the beginning, is to kind of
really embrace the difference
and just say, we're here. It is about female empowerment as well. So I just feel, as part of my brand, I'm not trying to look 20, but I want to look as good as I can at the age that I am. And I read this great thing the other day. It was like, you are never going to look young again. So like someone my age, you're never going to look young again. You've done that. And I thought, that's such a great thing to say. Yeah.
Move on.
I don't want to look young again. I want to look good at my age, because I've been there. I've been young and I've done that. And it was great. But I want to be the age that I am, and I want to be happy.
And you want to be great.
Good. Yeah, and I just want to be great the age that I am, and feel good in my skin and feel happy.
Yeah.
And it just helps me, in that aspect
to embrace the power and beauty of being a mature age woman.
Yeah. And it's just important in what I do, because I'm dealing with people, and talking to them every day, and you don't want them to think, she's going to drop dead tomorrow. Because of she looks.
What about my self-managed super?
She looks so old. She's going to drop dead tomorrow, and then where am I going to be? So you do want to look, like you've got a few years left.
Yeah, you can stay the course.
That's right.
Yeah, when investing your money, you guys are going to think of this now. You're going to be sat across from your financial people, and you'll be like, you do look a little bit worn.
People do make those judgments. So
it's crazy. Things you just don't even think of.
Yeah.
The other reason I really wanted Sue to embrace microcurrent muscle work was because it's pain-free. Sue does suffer a little bit more with our treatments, even the really comfortable treatments for other people. You've got an increased sensitivity.
I think I do suffer very bad migraines, which I have done from, for many, many, many years, since my teenage years. And for some reason, I have increased nerve sensitivity. I don't know why. But anyway, so there may be other people out there who also, you know, have this. But yeah, just the nerves on my face are very, very sensitive, and Jessica has been wonderful working around. I'm, you know, I just am such a wuss. But
you're not a wuss, because when you think of that, you're actually really brave, because every session is painful.
Yeah, she'll say, oh, you know, this will be really relaxing, and it puts me through the roof in terms of, you know, pain sensitivity. But yeah, we just numb everything up, and I
do the best we can.
Take a couple of Panadol before, and that's the best that we can do.
And we man up for beauty, no matter how painful.
But having said that, we've gotten through everything, and yeah, from that point of view, the muscle work's been great, because it is pain free. So yeah, that's been really, really good. And the other thing I wanted to mention as well is, would you say there's any clients who are busier than me?
No, you're pretty busy.
I mean, me and Jessica.
Yeah, you match me in hours.
In terms of being busy. So if I can squeeze things in, like the muscle work was a big commitment.
Twice a week for 10.
Managed to do it. We fitted it in.
Yeah, I see you every 3 to 4 weeks ongoing.
We did it.
We make it happen.
And it was actually quite nice seeing Jessie have those extra times. So if I can do it, anyone else can do it.
That's right, guys. Yeah. I mean, we find the time and the money for the things that we want.
That's right. It's just all about priorities. So,
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Just clear your schedule, get it done.
That's right. And we work really hard providing full body LED light therapy, helping clients to set up at home with full body LED light devices. I mean, it's great that I include that within all of my treatments, but the magic of LED light is done every day at home. So things like that, including full body hypervibe therapy, which have you done that on our vibration plate?
I haven't, no.
So that that kickstarts our lymphatic system, our circulatory system, also helps with bone density, encourages clients to set up with one of them at home. So it's all about working as a team, because the healthier my clients are, and also the less money I help you to spend every year on health and beauty, the more trust that we have, and the better we both do.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to see more of that change in the beauty industry, wouldn't it?
Definitely,
so less pushing people to buy expensive serums, and more let's keep our money in our pocket for the things that really count.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, being self-managed super.
Yeah.
It's all about saving the money, isn't it? Spending it wisely.
Yeah, you need to invest it for your retirement.
That's right. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing your experience with us.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah.
And it was a little bit hard to set up this meeting, but we did it.
We did. We got there. Yeah.
And we look forward to sharing more progress information of Sue's journey as we get this to the level that she's going to be happy with. Yeah. We're going to sign off right now with a big meow. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.